Hey guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to another Create a Sim. Now this one is for Halloween. It is a fairy costume, although I actually made the sim a fairy in the sim, so I guess technically she really is a fairy, but we're going to pretend it's just a costume. And of course we need to come up with a cute little name for her, so I do like Amelia. I'm going to remember that, and I'm going to look for a last name here to go with it. Tinsley has a good fairy ring to it. I don't know why. It reminds me of tinsel, and tinsel is sparkly, and fairies like sparkles, so there you go. Good enough reason, right? Okay, so now I'm going to work on the skin tone, and I don't know, I want her to have like a different color to her skin because I just recently found out that you can actually change the skin tone to pretty much any color you want in The Sims 3 without having a mod, which is really, really cool, I think. I'm going to play with it a lot more, especially for Halloween costumes and things like that. But it's just cool in general because I tried to make a Frankenstein girl in Sims 4, and I mean she came out okay, but the skin color green was more like, I don't know, like an alien green, and I wanted it more of like this color green actually that you're looking at right now, more of like a light melony green. And yeah, I was sadly disappointed that you couldn't really change the skin tone that much in Sims 4, so back to good old Sims 3. I know I compare them a lot. It's because I actually play them both, and I know a lot of people don't. Well, maybe some of you do. Actually, I would like to know. Comment below if you play both Sims 3 and Sims 4 equally, or I guess as equal as you can get. I definitely play Sims 3 more, but as you can tell from my videos, I also play Sims 4 as well. But Sims 3 will always be my favorite. But anyways, yeah, all that to tell you that I'm gonna give her a weird skin color, although it actually turns out to be pretty normal. I wanted it to have like this yellow tinge to it, but I didn't want it to be super yellow, so I went with like a very, very pale yellow that doesn't really look that supernatural. But I mean, kind of. I guess it just depends. But yeah, that's the color I went with. And now we're going to pick some big, beautiful wings. I love fairies so much. I was a fairy for Halloween for like, I can't even tell you how many years in a row. Just, I always loved being a fairy, and I would put pretty jewels on my face, and I had big pretty fairy wings, and I would do my makeup with like all these crazy squiggly lines around the eyes, and yeah, so much fun, so many good memories. I think it was usually like a purple fairy, but I don't know, this fairy is well, purple and black. Yes, purple and black were my favorite colors at the time. This fairy ends up being not purple and black. I won't ruin the surprise. Well, it's not really a surprise, but you know what I mean. Alright, so here I'm just going to play with the body weight just a tiny bit. I mean, you probably can't even notice what I'm doing here. It's so small. And yeah, lowering the breast size, huh? I don't know. I don't think as fairies having like giant boobs. I don't. I just picture them really small and petite and cute. And well, obviously fairies are tiny. So yeah, I really, really love that the fairies can actually go into their human form in The Sims 3, because I mean, not human form. Well, yeah, human form. They can go to fairy form and human form, and they actually have that awesome little treehouse that they can live in, which is so cool. But of course, I always build them a real house too, just because, you know. Well, do you have to have both a real house? Or do you have to have a real house if you have the fairy house? I don't know. I think they could do pretty much anything they need to inside the fairy house, but what would be the point of that? You can't really see what's going on in there. I know they can have their fairy parties, which is awesome, but yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I should definitely, hopefully, I will remember to link my fairy treehouse in the description below so you can see that. It's just a little house tour I did of a tiny little fairy treehouse I built way back when I first started playing The Sims, and that build has its own fairy to go along with it. Her name is Bella Dust. I know, so creative, but she's a cutie. But I think Amelia comes out looking more of like, I don't know, maybe like a rebellious type fairy. I don't know. You'll see. You'll see her outfit. But this is pretty much the hair that I am going to stick with, just playing with the colors. I do stay with like this sort of light blue color, but I think I go back and adjust it. If not right away, I definitely go back and adjust it to more of a turquoise, just because I didn't want her to look like she was an elder. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I wanted her to look more like I said, more like a costume. So more like she's a young girl going out to a party and still wants to look fun and sexy. So I thought this hair almost translated to gray, and I definitely wanted it to be more pastel blue. So yeah, I'll change that in a little bit. Apparently not right now. Also, those dark eyebrows were a little bit too harsh on her, so I just went with her like a darker reddish brown. I thought that looked really, really nice on her. And here I accidentally click on this a million times. It's really just changing the color of the little elastic in her hair. And I keep thinking I'm trying to change her hair color. And no, I keep clicking the wrong one. And of course, with the lag, the famous lag in Sims 3, yeah, that took forever. But anyways, in case you haven't noticed, this is in real time, not speeding anything up. And I am only going to do one outfit for her. I don't create the rest. So if you download her, which you can, she'll be available to download through the Sims 3 exchange. Link will be below. You will probably have to take care of the rest of her outfits because they'll probably look crazy, because you know how crazy the randomly generated outfits look in Sims like 99% of the time. I mean, maybe that's a little bit harsh. Sometimes they look cool, but most of the time I'm just like, huh? What? How did now this does not go with this at all. Nope, not even a little bit. Not even a tiny bit. Nope, never. Okay, maybe I would. Now I'm working on her face shape, and I don't know, I think her eyes are beautiful. I'm pretty sure I changed them a bit, but I wanted her face to look a little bit more rounder and petite. It was very, very angular and harsh, like harsh jawlines, a harsh chin. So I definitely wanted to round that up and soften it up just a little bit, not too much. I didn't want her to look like a baby face because, like I said, she's a young adult going out for Halloween, wants to look sexy. I didn't want her to look too childlike or fairy-like in that sense, because when I think of fairies, usually, I mean, I know there's evil fairies too, but I usually think of very like baby face little features. Just cute little small round faces and round little button noses, and yeah, very, very petite small features. So now we're working on her eyes, and I definitely want her eyes to pop. So I was kind of going back and forth between green and blue, and then decided to do just like a turquoise, which is pretty much right in between green and blue. I was going to say green and glue. Yeah, green and blue, right? You can talk, Stephanie, I swear. Now her eyebrows are actually pretty good. I'm not sure. Let's see. I guess I'm changing them up a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit, nothing too crazy. They were pretty good to begin with. And yeah, I think they're very, very pretty eyebrows. That was too much of an arch. That is just right. Okay, so now working on her eyes, or eyelids, I suppose. I wanted the lid to look a little bit bigger, but definitely, I think it definitely keep those more small, sort of, I don't know, slanted eyes. They're curved. They go up, which is very pixie-like. I like it. Very cute. Dumb question. A pixie and a fairy, are they the same thing? Is there like a slight difference between the two? I don't know. I interchange them. I mostly call them fairies, and I spell them Fairy. I know some of the more traditional fairy lovers will spell it like Faerie. I'm not sure where that difference comes in, but I don't know. Maybe I should look it up. What is the difference between a fairy and a pixie? I'm Googling it right now. If I could spell correctly. What is the difference between fairy and pixie? Okay, so I guess there is a difference. Both pixies and fairies are mythical creatures in folklore. Pixies are usually described in mythology and benign, mischievous creatures. Fairies are often described as a form of spirits possessing magical powers. I still don't know the real difference because, like I said, there can be in folklore good fairies and bad fairies. So pixies are described as kind, mischievous, attractively childlike creatures. That's weird. Attractively childlike. That doesn't sound too good. That are smaller in size than humans. They're supposed to be fond of dancing and misleading people. Mermaids have that weird folklore too, where they're like, they lure men in to kill them. So it's funny that we like idolize fairies and mermaids when they have such a deep, dark history to them. But anyways, pixies are often poorly clothed or naked. In modern use, they are usually depicted with pointy ears. Oh man, darn! I forgot to play with her ears and see if I can make them pointy. In addition, the term pixie is often used synonymously with fairies and other spirits, but according to folklore, pixies and fairies are two distinct races, and they're traditionally enemies? Oh my god, fairy pixie drama I did not even know about. What? Well, anyways, fairies are mythical beings in European folklore. A fairy is a form of spirit that possesses certain magical powers. What is meant by the term fairy can vary from culture to culture. It can include all sorts of magical creatures, where some cultures they can be ethereal and elegant beings. They are often described as human in appearance, although portrayed with a pair of wings, which enables them to fly. So here we go. Yeah, fairies are also known as fae. Fae spelled differently. Fairyfolk, fairy, and fairy all spelled differently. There's many ways to spell fairy, I guess. F-A-E-R-Y, F-A-E-R-I-E, F-A-I-R-Y. Sorry, too many letters. Much of the folklore describes fairies as evil or dangerous creatures. Many tales describe protection from fairies by charms of herbs or avoiding places that are supposed to be theirs. Fairies are also known to swap human babies with fairy children. Oh my gosh, I have never actually read about fairies before. This is very interesting. I hope this is interesting to you guys too. It's this belief that gave birth to folklore about changelings, but in later literature and culture, fairies were often portrayed as wise and benevolent creatures. Many fairy tales, such as Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Thumbelina, have good fairies in them. Wow, so cool. I really, really did not know that. There's some other differences I'm going to read here, but just to cite my source real quick, because obviously I'm not making this up. Pedia.com. I've never even heard of that. Pedia.com. And the article is called Difference Between Pixie and Fairy. I think I saw some more. Yeah, here's some more like comparisons. Pixies are mostly found in Celtic folklore. Fairies are mostly found in Celtic folklore. Okay, so they have the same origin, I guess. Characteristics. Pixies are described as benign, mischievous creatures. Fairies are traditionally evil or dangerous, but in later they're described as benevolent, wise creatures. Okay, so we kind of read that already. Pixies are often described to be smaller than fairies with pointed ears, and fairies are also often described as humans in appearance with a pair of wings. So yeah, I guess this is most appropriately a fairy then. And then clothes. It's just recapping the summary that we just read here, but clothes for pixies are usually naked or poorly dressed, and fairies usually are generally portrayed as elegantly and beautifully dressed. Okay, well there you go. You learn something new every day. I'm still gonna interchange fairy and pixie pretty frequently, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if those differences are that big of a difference for me. Like I said, they I don't know. They can both be mischievous. Oh my gosh, mischievous. And they both can be good, I suppose. I don't know where the real difference comes in. I guess maybe in their appearance, but whatever. I'll do what I want. I'll call them what I want. But yeah, I guess I just blew over the whole portion of me doing her makeup. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm sorry. But it's okay. We're on to the fun part. We're on to the clothes, right? Who cares about makeup? I don't know. Actually, a lot of people care about makeup. I personally do not. I try to remember to put them on my Sims, but in real life, I actually do not wear makeup. I tried when I first started doing YouTube, because I thought maybe it would look better on camera, but then I said, you know what, this is too much work and I don't like it and it doesn't feel natural, and I don't care if you can see my acne scars and whatnot. I am not a makeup person, and I have nothing against makeup people, because I think makeup is beautiful and I think it's a true art form, and I love to play with it. I went through this phase where I just watched makeup gurus on YouTube and spent all this crazy ridiculous money on makeup and just played with it. I mean, I might have worn it for a couple of pictures here and there, maybe to go out once in a great while, but for the most part, nah, me and makeup, we aren't friends. Whoa, this dress in that black color looked very Sally, like Jack and Sally Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe that would be a fun little character to make. And this outfit, oh my gosh, I went back and forth to this one like 100 times because I actually really, really love it. But I think ultimately I decided I decided to go with more just a traditional outfit that someone would wear for Halloween, although that would definitely be blah, blah, blah. That outfit that we just passed would definitely be more something maybe for like a really intricate cosplay or, I don't know, definitely a lot more work. It looks like some of that was just like painted on her. So I'll keep scrolling through a bunch of different outfits here, kind of trying to find my favorite one. These are really cool, but they're more like warrior fairy, which I'm sure is a thing. I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, that's a thing, right? Or maybe a warrior pixie. How? I don't know. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's a little bit more elf-like. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah. She looks like an 80s Madonna fairy. Let's just put that out there. And I don't even know why I'm clicking on some of these. They have like no relevance to fairies at all. I just went clickety click happy and just clicking on everything, just seeing all the options out there because why not? Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty. These boots, though, are pretty awesome. I think I do end up using them, just changing the color and pattern a bit. Had to throw in some of that Katy Perry sweet stuff. I personally actually like this pack. I know a lot of people aren't crazy about it. Some of the build items are pretty cute for nurseries and things like that. And the clothes like that, oh my god, she looks like a Christmas present. I really like this cotton candy one, though. I really like it. I was very tempted to use it. Especially because we call cotton candy in the US, and I guess in like Australia and maybe some parts of Europe they call it fairy floss, which I think is really cool. It sounds way better than cotton candy. I might start calling it that, but then people here would look at me like I was crazy. But yeah, I was very tempted to put the cotton candy / fairy floss on her because she's a fairy, and I thought that would be so ironic, but no, I didn't. I did not. I didn't do that to little Amelia. This dress was cool too. It's almost fairy-like, but it's also very like wedding bridesmaid-ish. Maybe even prom-ish. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, just clicking, cause why not? Looking at some more of the shorter dress options, which I really like that dress, but I don't know, it didn't scream Halloween fairy to me. So I love this. It's store content apparently. I don't even know where that came from, but it's gorgeous. This too, oh my gosh, I need to redo my vampire because I never recorded the video anyways of making her. So I think I might make a brand new vampire and use one of those 2 store content dresses that we just saw because they were amazing. And this dress I also highly considered. It is a little bit more avant-garde, but I don't know, almost screamed fairy, but not quite. And then of course went back to some of these warrior princess type things, and that bodysuit again, just so, it looks so cool. Maybe a little too revealing. I don't know. People do that on Halloween though, right? They get a little too revealing sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. I did not go with that one, although I did highly consider it. I highly considered it highly. Yep. This is cool too. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I guess I could do another outfit with some of these, but there I go back to that purple one. Man, really considering it. I think I even go and play with the colors. Yeah, I was really thinking of using this one. It looks, I don't know, it looks so much different with the blue, but I didn't really like changing the color of the top and the bottom because then you really see the shape of the bodysuit, and I wanted it to look more like one entire piece. I didn't want it to look like it was a bathing suit with leggings. Yeah, just playing with different colors because I can, because colors are fun. I don't know, there's really something about the bottom of that bathing suit part that just meh. The front and the back are just meh. Maybe if that part was more closed off and it didn't have like the green embroidery, stitching line, whatever that's supposed to be, it would look more like one solid piece. I don't know. It just, as much as I loved it, it wasn't quite right. It was not quite right. But of course, I had to try it. I just had to. I contemplated shoes here, but I figured barefoot would be better. I don't know why I think fairies are barefoot. I don't know. Are they normally portrayed as barefoot? That's a good question. I'm not gonna look that up though, because I don't wanna Google more stuff for you. I had to take those socks off though, because those looked funky. But yeah, this is supposed to be a Halloween costume, not an actual fairy. Although it is an actual fairy in the game, but I did really consider just making her a barefoot fairy. But of course, like I said, since it's supposed to be a Halloween party costume, did end up going with shoes, those boots actually that I mentioned earlier. But yeah, ultimately decided against the one piece, and now I'm gonna start looking for a top and a skirt. And spoiler alert, I end up using that skirt because it just, I don't know, it was the perfect mix of fairy and regular clothes. Like, I don't know. It's something that you would probably have in your closet that you would be like, yeah, this would be great for a fairy costume, and then just find a cute top, which I can't even remember right now what top I used. What top did I use? Obviously, these are probably the more traditional fairy tops that come with the game, but I'm pretty sure I went with something completely different. I don't know. Some of these really border like fairy-like and Renaissance and Victorian, which I don't know why, but when I go to the local Renaissance festival here, there's lots of fairies running around, and I have no idea what fairies have to do with the Renaissance. But do they have anything to do with the Renaissance? I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I guess it's a possibility, but I don't think of them as being or going hand in hand. But yeah, for whatever reason, the amazing local Renaissance festival here has lots of fun fairies running around, as well as other cool creatures and costumes. And oh my gosh, it is so fun to just go and people watch. It really is. Now this top I really considered because it does look like something that you would kind of just have in your closet, and if you're just putting together a fairy outfit would look pretty cute. I do like how it ties in the back with the bows, but I don't know. I did go with a different one. I think this is another one I really considered, and I don't know if it's because I liked the shape or if I liked the fact that it matched her hair. I don't know. It almost looks like flower-like, which is cool. I do associate flowers with fairies and gardening with fairies. But yeah, just seeing all the options. I don't know if I've ever clicked on this many clothes before, ever during any Create a Sim. Maybe I did. I'm lying. I probably click on everything all the time. I try not to though, because I'm sure you don't want to see every single option in the game. Although the shirt is gorgeous, and I think this is the one I do end up going with. I love the rhinestone detail along the straps, and it also kind of drapes on her back. I don't know if you can really see that in the mirror reflection, but I thought this one was perfect. But now I'm going to change up the colors just a tiny bit. I don't think I do anything too crazy. What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking for other skirts, but like I said, this is, spoiler alert, this is the skirt I go with. Not this one, the one that she was just wearing. This one. Yep, this one. That is the one, but of course, gotta see what else is out there. This was cute too, but a little bit too poofy. Too poof. Although girls love to throw tutus and crinoline, whatever you guys call them, underneath their skirts for Halloween. Yeah, it's a big trend, but I don't know. Sometimes it just does not look right. And speaking of not looking right, I hope I change that shirt back to blue. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I guess the purple's not bad. Did I totally say at the beginning I wasn't doing a purple and black fairy? Well, I kind of lied, because I guess I do use purple. I don't use black, but yeah, I lied. Purple. Purple fairy. I don't know. I need to find an old picture of me dressed as a purple fairy and just throw it up on the screen just so you can make fun of me. No, it was cute. It was a cute outfit, I promise. I'm trying to figure out the color of the top of the skirt though, because I didn't want it to be purple or turquoise, because I thought that was just too much. What am I doing? What am I changing? What am I changing? I thought I made her eyebrows that auburn color earlier. Am I literally taking the purple from the little hairband in her hair that you'll never actually see ever and using that to copy it onto the shirt? I think that's what I did. That's definitely what I did. And this is where I finally changed her hair, right? Yeah. I did like that more turquoisey with the white, but again, I didn't. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm lying. I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess I'm saving a color. I guess I took the color from her hair and put it on her skirt. Is that what I did? I have no idea. Who knows what went through my mind? I literally just made this like yesterday and I already forgot. I have a horrible memory. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I think I just took the color of her hair and applied it to her skirt. I had to match. I had to be 100% matcherific. Oh boy. Oh boy. That yellow was too yellow though. And then any other color I made it seemed a little bit either too close to her skin tone or too close to the purple and turquoise I was trying to avoid. I wanted to break up those colors just a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna go through a million colors just to go back to that pale yellow, which I don't know, kind of blends in with her skin, and you could really see like how golden yellowish her skin is now. If you couldn't tell before, it's definitely not a normal color. What the heck? I don't even remember what color. Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember now. Yes, dark green, purple, and turquoise. Those are like totally some of my favorite colors. Actually, probably more of a neon green. Oh my god, purple, neon green, and turquoise. Amazing together. Amazing. One of the best color combos ever. Ever. I have a seahorse tattoo. It is purple and green, and it's amazing. I love it. I love it. Shoes. Oh yeah, those are the boots that like we originally had on, that were just like randomly generated, but I decided they were perfect Halloween boots for a fairy. Yes, that's what I decided. But the color, definitely want them more green. I tried the purple, didn't really look too good. Excuse me. But so I made the laces purple so it sort of ties in. And then wanted to make the boots definitely look like leather, but this pattern was a bit crazy. So I think I changed the pattern completely, but I still keep them that dark greenish color. So I do still think they end up looking like leather, like green leather. Weird patterns. I just had to. I had to try them. I had to. Why wouldn't you? I mean, Sims 3 has so many possibilities. They're freaking endless. But yeah, ultimately, this little leaf pattern I thought was very fairy-like, and just darken them up a bit so they're more of a dark green. Again, they look like leather. They definitely look like leather boots. And yeah, purple and green. They actually look like these really cool boots I bought one time that were handmade, really soft leather, but they were more like a minty green, and they had that lace going all the way up the front and also up both sides, but they were flat. So I guess they're not really much like these at all, but they reminded me of them. But they were not comfortable, so I ended up selling them to someone else. But they were so beautiful. I thought they were perfect little fairy boots, or little Renaissance boots. All right, and now finally on to the personality. I do like to just randomly generate these and then just get rid of the ones I really don't like, unless I have a very specific sim in mind. But I did like the diva part. She definitely looks like she could be diva. She looks a little bit sweet and innocent, but she also looks like she has a diva or a rebellious side, which I don't know, I thought was perfect. And I figured she would be lucky because fairies are usually lucky, and of course a green thumb, right? Because she's going to want a beautiful garden, which is her wish to have the perfect garden. And then that other one was sense of humor, I think. Is that what it was? I don't know. That went by so fast. And again, even though this is supposed to be a human dressed as a fairy, I still wanted her to have fairy-like traits. And I was thinking, what on earth would a fairy like to eat? Like probably fruits and berries and nuts and stuff, but I went with an autumn salad. Yeah, since she wants a nice garden, she probably grows some awesome veggies for that salad. And disco. Yep, she's gonna go party. She's gonna go to a disco Halloween party. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. And of course, turquoise is her favorite color because her hair is turquoise, and why not? And her astrological sign, I don't think I thought about it too much. I think I went with Taurus. I don't know why, but I went with Taurus. And that's it. That's my fairy. I hope you guys like her. That's my fairy costume, little Amelia Tinsley, and happy Halloween. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe so that you don't miss the rest, and I hope you have a wonderful day.